Alberta teachers are heading back to school tomorrow after legislation was passed in the wee hours of the morning. The Premier says the strike was causing irreparable harm to students, families and teachers, and government had to act fast. However, the use of the notwithstanding clause to force teachers to return is being seen by many as an abuse of power. Stephanie Thomas explains.
The Back to School Act, or Bill 2, is official. All teachers on the public payroll are now forced to take a deal they had only weeks earlier largely rejected. Concerns over classroom conditions will carry on after the province used the most powerful legal tool at its disposal to end bargaining.
What is happening in the classroom cannot continue anymore. Doing things the proper way don't seem to be resonating with Premier Smith.
The UCP government invoked the notwithstanding clause when it legislated the end of the teacher strike. Using it acknowledges it contravenes charter rights, and it blocks the teachers' union from taking the province to court. In letters written to teachers and students, Premier Danielle Smith said government acted fast to stop further harm socially and academically.
Not only did she refuse to end this weeks ago using the powers she already had, she didn't even show up for the debate.
Smith did not stay in the legislature to see the bill's passing. Instead, she was photographed in the airport lounge in Calgary before a pre-planned visit to Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to promote Alberta's energy and agricultural industries. Legal and political experts say the government's handling of the teacher strike is especially worrying for infringing on charter rights.
Rights that many Canadians would normally feel like they could rely on are more and more in question based on the will of the government in power.
Backlash is expected.
It's certainly possible that there would be such a public uproar, protests, there's talk of a general strike. That might be enough that the government might think better of it.
Although teachers will not defy the legislation, the Alberta Teachers Association says the fight isn't over.
We know that it's a tough hill to climb, but we're not afraid of climbing.
And Stephanie joins us from McLeod Trail at Southland Drive tonight, where teachers are rallying later this evening. So what more did leaders have to say about legal action?
Well, Tara, teachers say that they are prepared to use every legal avenue available to them to push back against the province, but that will be slow. Charter challenges can take years, but the union also says that the strike is indeed over. They will comply with the legislation, and that's because now, if they were to continue the strike, that would be illegal. In fact, any teacher who refuses to return to the classroom could be fined $500 per day, and the union could face a fine of $500,000 for defying the legislation. Now, Tara, we also know that lots of public sector unions are watching this unfolding very closely, and we know that leaders of many unions met today, and we expect to have an announcement tomorrow. Tara?